Good evening. We're up in the 7th inning. The strike count 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Who's at the plate? Elohim. Elo, he, I am. He is who. And that's why the Indians say all that, because the Hebrews mix it up too. He is who, she is he. Who's on first? What's on second? Well, on first is the spirit. On second is Beta. But she's actually on first, and she at the same time is at the plate, because she runs 3 of the 4 bases. Do you understand? See, in baseball, you start off at home plate and you come back to home plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You start on 1, you end at 5. Area 51. Starting to make sense. But when you get to third base, what would you call that? Area 41? Because you started at the plate, so third base would be 4. You're actually there, so you're the spirit that's on it, so you're the one. So therefore, Mediterranean and Monopoly is like being at third base. You actually haven't come home yet. You're actually just starting out. Your second time around. Why second time around? Second time around is 41st, okay? But also the second time around is numbers, okay? Is 11. It's not 10. 10 is an explanatory, okay? For 2 ways. One way it explains the 147 on one side of the telephone, of the one spirit, of the 4 angles, of the 7 God, in which I'm going to explain to you right now. First of all, Happy New Year, ROSHASHAUNA. I wish I felt more Hebrew than I actually am. I did go to synagogue tonight. There is something I like about shul. What it is the streak I'm on. It's what, I'm 48 next week, so I've been going there for 48 years. It's the oldest shul in Quebec. It's the smallest community up in St. Sophie. Last year or the year before, we had over 100 people. We have our own private cemetery, so I get buried. It's not too far from where I work. In fact, I can walk over to the cemetery. If I know I'm going to die, within 5 minutes I can walk there and lie down. I lie down in the bushes. It'll be the same thing. They put me under, they put me there. As long as I know I'm always connected with the spirit, wherever they put my poor soul, I don't care. I won't meet it again. But that's okay. The rough look, you know what? When I look at myself in the mirror, I feel like I'm following the Talmud. I want to try and look the part. I want to try and feel what it really means to be religious and feel the inside instinct. The menorah. Which way do I look at the menorah? Now, am I going to be able to explain it to you to the best of my ways? I'm going to try to explain you everything. Okay. Oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God. Everybody saw it right away, eh? Did you see it? We got one upside down on the other one. On one of them, it's raining. On the other one, the sun is shining up. But wait a second, how does that work together? The worlds turn within. Every corner is like a combination. 4 corners there, and then our cube is like this. Automatically it's like this because this corner is 2, this corner is 4, this corner is 6, and this is 8. It's an automatic. Once you put it like that, it's 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do you appreciate? The corners are not cut. You can't cut these corners. All the other corners, look, there's nothing here, there's nothing here. I can turn this into something else. And I'm not. So I have the menorah. Okay, we're going to start on the bottom at the stand. It's like the Stanley Cup. We got the team on the left. We got the team on the right. Okay, HGI. Okay, 0. Okay, for the alpha. 0 for the correctional center. And the last 0 for the omega. But the alpha omega, okay, is the man in this world, which is the I connected to the angel I, which is a reinforcement for the egg, in the heavens H of the G God. The G God is because in the center, the single correctional world, okay, excuse me, did I put that GHI or HIG? Well, irrelevant to the fact, if you take a look at it, it says HOG, hog, okay? Or it'll say ghost, if I put the spirit in there. Anyways, let's go up the ladder. On the first level, you have the 1 spirit, or Mercury, with the 2 beta. Together they make 3. which means by having alpha, beta, you make creation. On the second level, you get 3 and 4, okay? Because if you look, A, B, C is 3, and the fourth one is the D, which is connected to both sides. So it's 3 free-wheeling worlds with the connection in the center, okay, D. The same thing on the right side, because what's in the left world, in the east world, will be in the western world, okay? Western world for the angels, eastern world for man. More or less the Middle East. Don't you see it here, the Middle East? 3/4, man is 0.25, that's what's missing on there. Okay, and then you have up here, okay, this is the 5, okay, and the 6, which is 11, which is the angel, spirit, and man, that get together. At the same time, each one gets numbers. Anyways, we're going to give it the letters. Alpha, beta, creation. Then on earth, alpha, beta, creation. A, B, C, A, B, C. Then we go D, okay, from the D, because it's the top world, it's the beta world. Then we go E, and then it says F, D, E, F. Where is it? On this line here, it's D, E, F. Okay, death, which is the 4th, 5th, and 6th number on your telephone. Or you can find all of that, I think on number 3 on the telephone. A, B, C, D, E, F is number 3, which is the creation of angel, the 5 bull-ring spirit, and the 6th man. Not only that, but the center one, okay, the number of the center one is 1, 4, and 7. It is the one connector, okay, of the 4 elements, okay, the center shaft, each side, the 4 elements, okay, of the 7. Why 7? Because there's 3 on the left, 3 on the right, the total of 7. 1, 4, and 7 shows up on your telephone on one side, okay, on the left side. It's an expression of the heavens of God. Now, if you look at the other thing I'm going to show you, is alpha and alpha. One is with a PH, okay, and one is with an F. F in Quebec means business place, okay. The letter count with the F is 20, which means only the beta world. But in the alpha with the PH, the P is the 1 and the 6, which is the 16th letter, which means the 1 spirit and 6 connect with the H of the heaven of the angel of life, the life angel at the beginning, alpha. A1, L12, 13, 29, 37, a total of 38, heaven of 3 worlds. But in the heaven of 3 worlds, it explains to you in the P that it's in the heavens of the 1 spirit of the 6th man. Now the F plate is the business plates in Laval, in Quebec. And that's what they ran here for years, business plates. Now they seem to mix up the numbers. They showed us what we needed to know for those who needed to know. And now everything changes. It seems like in the past 5 years, they've changed more things of knowledge that I have. I mean, if I had to go through my diary and look up the things again, I go, wait, that's not the same name anymore. They keep changing names. They just keep, or I'm noticing it. Anyways, not only that, okay, but in the center, since the menorah on the top, okay, has 0, 0, 0, we put 0, 0 on the bottom. So look what it looks like. 8, 8, 8. 8, 8, 8. This side, 8, 8, 8. This side, total 1776, independence of the U.S. Okay, we got 6,000 years. Why? We have 6,000 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we got the center E here, 8, and here 9. Each one of these are 25 years. Okay, 25 years is a quarter. It's in the middle of the reindeer on our Canadian quarter. It represents the female part and the 5 spirit connect, which is an O-ring. You know, all the people put earrings and tattoos and everything. Well, they're just representing exactly how we're all connected. Don't forget, we're actually connected something like this. Okay? These 10 cards, okay, is exactly what the worlds are alike in each corner. Okay? All these empty spaces. You see 5 here, right? Count the empty spaces, my friend. What? The empty spaces mean nothing, so when there's an empty space, you can't park. Because the empty space means nothing. What do you think? The empty space means something? You know what I want to get to? How many seas are there? The Knights of the 7 Seas? Because I was looking, what would you do if you only had 2 seas? If you only had 2 seas, what would you be able to do? What would you do? Would you go around and around? No. What you do is you do this. If you only had 2 seas, okay, you go around this way and this way. You go like an 8. You'd make it into an 8. So if you only had 2 seas, you make it into an 8. An 8 bent in half looks like an hour. Actually, looks like an hourglass the way it is. It looks like a heart. It's a woman. Okay? The 8 is the heaven. It's the creation. It's the woman. It's everything. What would you do with 3 C's? But it doesn't matter because, like, I'm coming to make this joke. Like, I got a 2C, a touche, touche, to touch, not to touch. Do these words associate just because it's just like that it happened, right? What do you think? I make up words all the time. I play with them in Boggle. I got 98 in one word. I connected the whole board. She says, what does it mean? I said, anything you want. It's a big word. It's not that hard. Am I happy? I'm happy, but I'm just a little pissed. But anyways, coming back to this, and this here, this is 225 years. In 5775, right, this menorah here will be saying, look, you see what's on here? Count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So where's the 5 in this? Okay, the 5 is right here. This is the only tube here that has a 3. It's got 3 positions on it. So this 3 with this 2, this 3 with this 2. So in 3 years from now, in our Hebrew religion, it'll become center. Center in 1, 7. Center in 2, 7. And center. 57, 75. 3 years from now. It'll tell you about the whole menorah, about the 888, the reflection, and how this folds together. Because this way, it's light. But this way, it looks like raindrops coming down. Okay? The worlds are folded. You listen, I need a computer and I can work my head if I can see more, but my mind only goes a certain distance and I pick the rest up from what's in front of me. Like that picture in the back. Look at the tongue and the 2 eyes up there. Do you see that? The tongue and the 2 eyes, this picture here. Every time I move my camera, it seems like the picture moves. What else did I want to talk? Teenage wastelands. The islands were all sewed together, man. Go anywhere in Montreal and drill down, you'll probably hit water. If you don't hit water, you'll probably hit oil. Okay? They got to grease. You know, they got to grease these islands, so they put that oil in so things keep moving around and around, you know? Do you think the matrix needs greasing? What do our computers need to keep them rolling all the time so the motors never burn out? Is there a cleanser that runs along the wiring that cleans it all out? Whatever the computer does, God does this in the matrix. Whatever we do, He's doing. We've caught up to Him in a certain area. We're still not as fast, but that's okay. We have more interference than He does. They call them Jack. Jack the hacker. Hacker Jack. Cracker Jack. The one who's always breaking the codes. The Jack of all trades. We're coming to the end of a 15-minute session, and I bet you won't even see this. Okay? I'm not Uncle Sam. Oh, Sammy Sam, spirit, angel, man. But Sammy Sam wanted you. Wanted you to war. W-A-R. Beta creation, angel of rebirth. Beta creation, angel of rebirth. Hello, you're mixing up 2 worlds. War. Where else does W-A-R go together? In Ra? Now you got the rebirth, angel of creation and explanation. It's not the same thing as war, as Ra the other way. So watch out which way you put the numbers. Okay? Because if you put anything with war, I know something's going on and the situation might be completely opposite of what you're telling me. Watch out for 23. And you don't only have to say W for 23. There's a lot of more combinations to create a 23. And guess what? If you don't include beta in it, all you have to do is say 3. And if you do the double 3, command and create, well, that was Jesus Christ and the numbers He died with. The credit card, the CC, Commander Kirk. But they spelled it with a K, not to mix it up. So they put a double K. But they never put a C because there was no creation. But there was births of many, many, many different places. Anyways, okay, we're at 1453, 0.75, 0.2055.